Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, let's just get into it. And we can see that Bitcoin right now is back to $19,206, and again, a very sideways action weekend, not much volatility as per usual. As you can see, the weekend just chopping sideways, and on the Sunday night we can see that we dumped all the way down to 18,800 before reversing back up to 19,200 right now. So again, still waiting for that market open on Monday morning. We're going to see a lot more volatility then. Right now we can take a look at the futures on the S&P are slightly red right now, but down about 55 basis points. The Nasdaq is down a full percentage point at the moment. You can take a look at the Nasdaq. You can find a little bit of support right here coming in at 10,707, right around that area. Again, we are breaking the June lows. I think all indices have broken the June lows except for the Russell 2000, holding strong, but will it break? That we are going to have to find out in the coming weeks. Let's take a look quickly at natural gas. Natural gas taking a dip towards the downside now at $6.76. I will be looking to place a long position around $6.34. Again, this could change in time if the price, depending on how the price gets there. Maybe it gets there inches slowly and we chop sideways here. I probably won't be interested, but if we have a big surge towards the downside, I will be interested to potentially place a long position on not the KOLD. KOLD is a short, I believe it is BOIL, that is BOIL. It is a leveraged ETF to long natural gas. But again, none of this is financial advice. Please do your own research before placing any trades. And if you guys want to see all my stock trades and my crypto trades, then you guys can join the Discord. We are in a short position right now on Bitcoin. I am still holding my short from 20,100. We are in the profits about 44% at the moment. So I'm going to be letting the Discord members tonight if we're going to be taking profits on that, or we're going to wait for some more price action. But again, if Bitcoin keeps hammering these levels right here, it will eventually break. But for the time being, Bitcoin is holding very, very strong, and a lot of people might not know why. But let's take a look at something that what's his name Sterling just posted in the Discord. He actually found this on Twitter, and I actually didn't know this myself either, but apparently most positions that have been open in the past have been at this $19,100 level, right where we are at, that we keep bouncing off of right here. As you guys can see, actually let's lower this down a little bit, and actually I can actually hover over the price and you guys can see basically we keep bouncing off these levels right here. Oops, I'm just trying to keep the charts there. I just want to keep the candlesticks there. As you guys can see, we keep bouncing off this $19,100 level. But after that, you can see that we have another spike right here around $13,000. That would be your next potentially major level to look at. And again, we already have it outlined in the green vector candles right here with Trader Realities indicator. I believe we are looking at $13,000 for that next green vector candle, which is all the way down here. So we're gonna have to see if we do come back down and recover this candle, if we have a couple more months of sideways action. For the time being, we are green. We are, slightly in the money on some trades. But yeah, for the time being, Bitcoin just chopping sideways. We are going to have to see. But get ready, because right now we are getting squeezed. There's this major support right here coming in at 17,600, which is the previous low, and we are getting squeezed down from this major trend line. As you can see, I think that we will get a big break eventually, and then you will get your move in Bitcoin. So it is only a few days away, so patience, and then we will see. Sometimes being a good trader is just knowing when to sit on your hands and just waiting for that big trade to come up. You don't have to trade every single day to make money. Absolutely not. Sometimes we make trades here and there, and then we make our, we take our profits here and there as well, and then those profits add up. You don't want to chase for the big ones. In my opinion, I think you want to take the small wins and then compound those wins into some big gains. And let's take a look at the DXY quickly. DXY right now is starting to come down a little bit. We are at 112.01. Again, you're going to see a little bit of support coming in at 110.2. But again, I still think the DXY has some more upside to go if the Fed keeps raising rates. If they're going to pause rates or potentially look to cut rates, then you're going to see the DXY start to completely collapse and go into a free fall. And actually, something I want to get into quickly is taking a look at the price of gold, because the price of gold is down 9.2% year to date. So since the beginning of the year, the price of gold is down 9.5%, or actually we could raise it up a little bit because it is coming up right now, so 8.75%. But something not nice, but there's something interesting to note is that gold against other foreign currencies is actually up, right? We could take a look at gold versus CAD right now is slightly down 0.5%, so basically flat on the year. So no real gain there. But gold against the euro year to date is up 5.5 or 5.2%. Gold against the Great British Pound is actually up even more now. I could take a look right there. It is up to almost 12% there. And we could actually raise it now for the euro. It's actually 5.57. And for the Japanese yen, oh boy, gold is up 16% on the year. So that's a pretty significant gain considering year to date how much the market has fallen. Because if we go year to date on the S&P right here, let me just correct this. Actually, we'll just do it on this chart right here. Let's take a look at the SPY, see how much the SPY is down, or the S&P. Let's just go on this chart. I'm trying to get a clean chart, but I have so many drawings all on my charts. It's hard to find. So let's just do a bit of a measured move right here from here, and then we'll go all the way down to where we are, and we can see that the S&P is down more than 25% on the year. So if you would have placed your money in gold against another currency, then you'd be up on the year, just because that currency has been devalued so much. But right now everyone's running to the US dollar, so that's why you see the US dollar strengthening, although their interest rates are still very, very low compared to the amount of inflation that they have. And eventually you will see the Fed pivot and do a full 180 from their hawkish stance back to dovish once they see some turmoil, or significant turmoil, or potentially a break in the economy. We know that the Bank of England has already shown how much of a clown they are, because they've already pivoted on their rate hikes and they're going back to quantitative easing after just a little bit of pain in the pension market in the UK. And after all, you can't really blame them. They were just using short-term solutions for long-term problems, and that's kind of what you get. But yeah, right now we can take a look at also why the markets could be down, as well as that Credit Suisse is having some liquidity problems, but I'm not too sure that's why the markets are down right now. Could just be some overnight selling, but Credit Suisse is potentially having some liquidity problems. Again, the CEO of Credit Suisse came out and went to reassure investors over the weekend that there's nothing wrong with their bank and everything is okay, and that their credit default swaps have actually spiked over the weekend, which is quite concerning. But we're gonna have to see what happens. This is going to be an interesting week, as it always is, and we actually do have some news coming out this week. Let's take a look quickly on the Forex chart. Just give me one moment to pull it up here. I usually have it up. Oh, I do have it up on this chart on my Google right here. So on Tuesday, we have the JOLTS job opening, and actually tomorrow we actually do have the ISM manufacturing PMI, so that's going to be interesting to see as well. That's going to be coming out at 10 a.m. Tuesday, we have JOLTS jobs opening. On Wednesday, we do have an OPEC meeting, so that's going to be interesting to see for the price of oil. And then the ISM services PMI. And then on Thursday, nothing much. We do have unemployment claims coming out on Thursday, but again, those are always going up and down, but ultimately I still expect higher unemployment to come. And then on Friday, October 7th, we have the non-farm employment change, or non-farm payrolls, going to be coming out, and the unemployment rate. And the unemployment rate is expected to remain at 3.7%, so no change from last report, so that's going to be interesting to see as well. And then we have the Canadian unemployment rate as well too, that's going to be coming out, but who really cares about the Canadian economy? But yeah, it's funny because I am Canadian. But right now, let's keep going. Let's do a little bit more analysis on some other coins. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH right now, I believe, was bleeding over the weekend, but starting to get another bounce back up towards the upside. I was doing this a little bit of a bear flag pattern right here with Infinity and during the live stream yesterday. Not yesterday, the other day. And actually we could adjust this a little bit nicer. We can make it fit to these stops right here. Oh, I'm actually making it a little bit worse than it was actually. So maybe something like this. Oh yeah, I think I had it right before. But anyways, this would be a measured move down to around $1,018. Again, I still expect some major support to come in here if ETH does start to break down and goes below 1243. But for the time being, we are holding support around 1243. Let's take a look at some other coins. Let's take a look at XRP, because XRP does have a big, it is going to have some big news coming out regarding their court case. But ultimately, we've been rejected around 51 cents. And again, I've outlined this level in advance before. We do have a bit of a short position on XRP right now, so we are in the money, slightly in the money on that, up about 4% on our spot trades. So that's going to be nice. If it can get a pullback to at least 39 cents, that would be a nice little target for us there. And let's take a look at Chiliz, because Chiliz, we are in the money now, finally holding our short position on Chiliz. We did break this level right here. We are coming back up to retest it as support. During the day, we did bounce off of it nicely. We did get a bounce off this yellow trend line once more, and then we are starting to come back down, and then we reverse down, breaking the support and now confirming underneath it as resistance right now. So let's see if we get another dump towards the downside. Again, you can take a look at these trend lines I've mapped out for you guys in advance. This was a major trend line for me for Chiliz, and then another one right here. So I'm not surprised we bounced there, but ultimately if Chiliz does start to break down, you're going to find some support around this area right here. Let's take a look. We'll do a bit of a copy paste. There's going to be some support coming around 16 cents, and after that, if you break that level, I could actually see some support coming in right here. Oops. Around this level right here, you can see some support coming in around 13 cents. After that, you have 8 cents, and after that, your major support is going to be at 2 cents around these levels right here for Chiliz. But ultimately, if you know, during massive market volatility, if Bitcoin's crashing, you really don't know where the bottom is going to be in for these altcoins. They could be anywhere depending on where where their founders are at. You know, maybe they're panic selling as well and dumping onto the market. That could cause a lot of panic selling and lots of volatility. But yeah, nice. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. Enjoyed the weekend, relaxed. Took some time off the charts. I know some of my Discord members are always on the charts, and it's very funny because I love to see them always trying to find new opportunities in the markets, even though there's almost no volatility over the weekend, in my opinion. But yeah, let's take a look at the market cipher, and then we'll end it off. We'll end the video off, and then we'll head on to bed and get up early tomorrow for the market open. So right now we can see that on the weekly time frame, we closed off a 21 and a -5 to, and now we have a 12 and a 0. So not too much change there. I mean, we went from pretty bearish to slightly less bearish now. Let's take a look at daily time frame. Daily time frame, we have a 17 and a -5. We do have a red dot that confirmed with this daily candle right here. And again, we are deep in that red money flow. VWAP is starting to cut back in. Something I've talked about right here is when that VWAP was starting to anchor back down. We could possibly see some downside as well. So if the momentum waves start to get going, you could easily see some more downside, maybe potentially back down to 17,000, or maybe even taking out those lows and going even lower. So that's going to be interesting to see in the coming days. Again, this could take multiple days or even weeks to play out when you look at these larger time frames. On the 4-hour time frame, you are in the red money flow as well, but you are getting pretty close to your green dot on the momentum waves if we can start to see a little bit of upside here. So I'm going to be paying attention to that. 1-hour time frame, we have multiple red diamonds right here. So I really don't like to see these, especially in the red money flow, but for the time being, you have a bit of a bullish divergence. So again, we've talked about bullish divergences before, and with using them as on the momentum wave. So we have a lower low in the price and then a higher on the or a higher low on the momentum wave. So we have a green dot here and a green dot here, and the momentum waves are cutting in. This would have been a potential long for you guys if you were interested in longing. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. We're almost at 13,000 subscribers. We're at 12,500. And if you guys want to join the Discord and see all our trades and join, trade with us, you guys can join with the link in the description. And finally, this is sponsored by BitGet Trading. If you guys want to sign up for BitGet Trading, which is where I do all my crypto trades, the link is also in the description. Love you guys. Peace.